All right, welcome back. Major League Pickleball, New York City. Greg Dow here with Hunter Johnson. We got the Chicago Slides against the Brooklyn Aces. The girls first, Allison Harris to serve. Right. Brooklyn Aces already played today, losing 3-1 in their match against Miami Pickleball Club. Let's see if they can turn it around here.
A little breezy out here, Greg. Yes. So we're going to have to kind of see who can be the most consistent team out here in this league.
How you doing? Good, good. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, that's some control aggression right there. How you did that there, Greg?
What a point from both sides. Nice hand battle. I think, yeah, I heard that, I didn't watch the Aces first match. I heard Layne struggled a little bit in that match in women's and in mixed, so it's a big point for her.
Chicago Slides are pretty aggressive. We're seeing a lot of high balls trying to put the ball away.
Absolutely, the wind, like you said, Hunter, I think it's just even, it's gusting even more right now.
It's a little swirly out here, so I'm not sure which side is better at this moment.
Miscommunication there in the middle, I thought, after Allison sped that up. The initial counter came back, and Allison and Megan both kind of went for it in the middle. The Aces end up pulling it out.
Quick error there, side out.
Let's go, Layne.
See if they can get a lead here.
Hunter, who do you think is the best player on the court right now? I'm just curious what you think.
I think statistically you can say that Megan Fudge is probably the most successful, especially on the APP tour. Allison Harris is one of those kind of sneaky contenders there that's super consistent, can be aggressive at some points. I would say Layne is definitely the newest member of pickleball. She's kind of feeling her game out here, and she has some good highlights. And I think as she continues to work and get better, she has a pretty high ceiling. I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great point right there.
Let's go, Aces! Come on!
Just a stat, I think Layne, she was a NCAA singles finalist in college for OU. Pretty amazing stat there as a tennis player. I think that's the ultimate goal for any tennis players to make it far in NCAAs. So let's see if that can translate to pickleball. Lost hands battle there.
Yeah, Layne reminds me a little bit of Tyra Blanc to me, although just as far as the athleticism, the really good defensive skills, and maybe a little kind of an unorthodox game, a raw game.
For sure, it's definitely still raw. She needs to figure out that consistency on dinks right here. You can
Stuff
see
like that.
Those hands are good. I think what we learned about that point is it's all about positioning.
Yep.
She has the hands. She can kind of stop herself from getting pushed back and forth there and trust it. I think she can continue to get better here. Let's see how the match goes with this.
You got Slice open it up a little bit with a 6-4 lead here.
I think on paper, what would you say, Greg? Who statistically should win this on paper?
Slice, I would favor them slightly. I think it's pretty close, though. What about you?
I would say if Layne can be consistent and Layne can kind of turn on that aggression, I think it's pretty even here at this moment. Let's see how the match keeps moving forward. All 4 players have good hands here, so it's going to be an exciting match. Ooh, this speed up there by Megan Fudge.
Good eye.
She gives a look to her teammate Jack Renault. I think she really wanted that ball to be in.
Put away power there. And I do want to mention the coaches of both teams. Chicago Slice, Carlos De Laura. If you've ever checked out Greg Dow's Instagram, Carlos has been a big part of my Dow tips that I've been putting out. Great guy, Austin, Texas. Let's watch this point here. Wow, what a battle. Great play. And then on the other side, the Brooklyn Aces. We've got Jim Dobrin, a good friend of mine as well. Good player in his own right. Same with Carlos. Both guys been around the game, know the game well, so really fun to see them out here coaching a team. It's pretty cool.
If anyone knows Carlos, he's one of the funnier guys, one of the funnier coaches. He's a new father.
Yes.
So let's see how that can translate into his fatherhood.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. See a little bit of excellence there from Layne with that backhand flick. I think that's just that's the small amount of magic that you can see from her.
Yeah, very smooth.
Aggressive shot by Megan Fudge. Again, I see a lot of pop-up balls here, so I think if they can do a good job of keeping those balls low on the defense, I think Brooklyn Aces can take this. There's that athleticism.
What a point by both sides. I don't know how Sleeth got that ball. Some great points early on here.
Not sure what Carlos is saying to his team at the moment, but let's see if they can get it back here. It's a great angle by Megan. Maybe that's what Carlos told her to do. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's all
like
Carlos.
it paid off.
If I'm the Aces, I'm not dropping to Fudge because any of these drops that are sitting up, she is smashing them.
Very good variety in her game. She can be very consistent as well as aggressive. Just depends on the time of the match that she wants to do either.
Allison gets that one to fall. Probably not trying to go that close to the line, but works out for her. We got 11-9 here.
A little bit of a lead.
Yeah.
See if they can kind of trail away here before they switch sides. Get to 13 first. Wow.
Are you kidding?
I was going to say during that point, Linna's backhand's pretty dangerous, but it seems like Megan's backhand flick was just a little bit better.
I mean, what a hands battle. Well, I mean, great hands by Layne too. Just Fudge too good right now.
Amazing point.
Yeah.
Take a bigger lead here. Let's see if they can close it out with the side out. Looks like that wind caught that shot there. Great fight, great defense on both sides. See if the Brooklyn Aces can regain the lead here before the side switch.
Yeah, Layne, let's go. Come on, good third, let's go.
11-12. Let's see if they can tie it up here.
11-12.
Neck and neck match right now. Oh. Quick error there.
I know she likes that shot. I just, you know, she's been every high ball she's gotten. She's been hitting such good angles and putting the ball away so well. I don't know why you go for something like that, but
All athletic women here on the court. I think that with the court being a little less bouncy here in New York City, I think it was an okay strategy. Just gotta execute. And it looks like they take the
little cloudy, perfect pickle conditions, I think, right now. A little windy, but
you know, Greg, he likes to sweat in this heat. So
that's right. That's right.
Anything cool for him is cool for me.
That's right.
Wow. Looks like they continue to win those hands battles as the Chicago Slice takes a 14-11 lead.
14-12.
It is, so it is 12, yeah.
Correct. The score was wrong. That was not my fault. That's an easy error, allowing them to squeak back in and see if they can capitalize.
13-14.
Nice attack from Lena there. Tied up here,
Looks like
14.
it's tied up.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can take the lead. As you know, there's a lot of momentum switches in pickleball.
Yes.
From your perspective, how do you kind of ease those momentum shifts?
Yeah.
Try to regain position.
15-14.
I'll give you my thoughts after this one here. But yeah, I mean, I think a big thing is using timeouts earlier than you think. I've started to do that more when I played. Instead of letting a team get 3 or 4 in a row, if they're playing hot, take a timeout when they got 2 in a row or around there, depending on the situation. But taking early timeouts and then just try to play steady. I think just going back to the basics, early timeouts, that's what I would do if a team has the momentum. And then when you have the momentum, just continue to play fast, continue to play your game, and try not to think.
That's right.
That's the biggest thing for me is
Greg thinks a lot.
don't, yeah.
Got a big brain.
I know, and people don't think I'm a thinker, but I am kind of a thinker out there. And sometimes it's just good to just play and not think.
16-16.
So, conclusion, don't think out there.
Don't think out there. Correct. Early timeouts.
like that.
Yeah.
Let's see who can not think the most right here. Oh, I don't think she thought very much there. That was just a big reaction.
Great
Great
shot
put
from
away.
Megan. I would not be attacking Megan right now if I'm the Aces. I think she's countered the ball really well.
17-16.
I would not be attacking too much there.
I think the two powerhouses on the court here are definitely Megan and Lena.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm mistaken.
Yeah, there's power.
There's some power there as well.
Tough shot from the midcourt. You see the replay here. I mean, that's not an easy ball. Midcourt forehand at her waist. I mean,
Inside
tough.
out.
Yeah,
to a
it's
tough, very small position down the line. Great shot by Hertz. And again, there's that controlled aggression.
Yep.
Come on.
I think especially with rally scoring, you have to definitely stop those momentum shifts.
Yes.
You have to be controlled aggression as much as you possibly can. Try not to give away those offers easy points because it can really get away from them. Defense. Wow. Great put away by Layne. They take a 19-17 lead here. It quickly turned there.
First little lead for the Aces here. Have been pretty back and forth, but I don't think they've had a 2-point lead yet. Oh, excuse me, it's 18-18. The score is a little off here.
We gotta pay attention there, Greg. I'm too locked into this not thinking thing. Wow. That might be a little bit of a lucky shot.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta take those risks. And they pay off.
Now they do have a
Now
lead.
they do have the
19-18.
lead. Yes. The height, if she can get the ball down whenever they speed up. We got a timeout here.
I think a good timeout by the Slice here as Brooklyn inches ahead, 20-18. Hunter, if you're the Slice, they've played pretty well so far, but anything you would change here? Any adjustments?
I would say if I'm Carlos Delora, I am telling the team to do not give unforced errors.
Yep.
Make as many dinks as possible and kind of basically just be smart out there at this point. Don't give away free shots.
Maybe a few more balls to Sleeth.
Agreed.
I think if I'm them too. Not that she hasn't played well, but I think
Linna's feeling it right now. I think the consistency's kind of going up.
Yeah. We'll see. Still very close.
I'd like to see Allison Harris use that kind of inside-out sneaky forehand speed up a little bit more to set it up. If she can maybe get it to Linna's forehand, I've noticed a couple times she's already gotten caught and the ball comes back a little slower. So let's see how it goes.
Defense by Sleeth, but Slice offense a little bit too good, unable to get to the kitchen. Maybe 19-20 back to the Slice.
Long point here. Great hands. Wow, long point ended there with a speed up that went long. It is now tied up.
Tied up, great eye by Harris. And then I just overcooks that a little bit, 20-20.
Big serve there. Let's see if they can run away with it.
21-20.
I did like how Harris started to dink a little bit more cross court. That feeds right into her advantage. I think Linna is seeing too many balls this deep into the match.
22-21.
Let's see if they can continue that strategy. Quick speed up there with Megan Fudge. Layne could not come up with it. It's getting close, Greg. What do you think is going to happen?
We got a battle. I think we both thought this was going to be a close game.
Right back, side out. All right, guys, come on, take charge.
I think these DUPR stats
A little off to me.
a little off, I would say. Anyone can take this at this point. Wow. A bit swirly here.
Hard to tell.
23-22.
Megan Fudge to serve. Great reset by Megan. That's great ball movement. I think that's a little bit risky of a shot, but I think maybe it was the right time.
Either way, Layne was on it big time and a big point for the aces there.
Layne has that long wingspan, kind of like Greg Dow here. You don't want to speed up to them if they're ready. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Crunch time right here.
Game point, #1 for the Slice, 24-23.
24-23.
I don't want to say that I want them to lose this point for my predictions, but let's see how it plays out. Greg Dow is correct.
How is it?
I would like to see Brendan just be as aggressive as possible if he can reel that in and really don't give away those unforced errors. Make a lot of balls. I think Jack is great with his lefty forehand in the middle. Both forehands are in the middle on both sides here. So let's see, it's a battle of the lefties at this point.
Yeah, great hands by Jack. De La Rosa was on that, and Jack, just that initial counter was so strong.
I think all very talented individuals in pickleball here. De La Rosa was a professional racquetball player, #1 in the world, ended his career to continue his pursuit with pickleball. It's a pretty outstanding stat, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
#1 in anything is definitely an achievement. Wow, okay.
The winner dink.
I think that's always going to be an issue here with lefty-righty forehands in the middle. Communication is key. Good shot by Brendan.
Yeah, it's an advantage on its face, but then you're right, there is some issues with those middle balls, and Tellez follows it up with a missed return, and here comes the slice.
3-1.
Quickly up 3-1 here.
Both pretty tall guys on the Chicago Slice side. De La Rosa's the shortest guy in the court here, but I would say he has the most power easily.
So, for sure.
He's using a pretty poppy paddle, but if you notice his wrist strength, arm strength, he's very whippy from racquetball. That plays to his advantage if he can kind of reel in his consistency using shots like that.
That ball is hard to lead. I mean, that ball's going 3 feet out, but it's just tough to lead because, like you said,
to the chest.
He hits it so hard, it's right to your chest. It's very tough.
I think this matchup is going to be whoever can have the most controlled aggression.
Yeah.
All pretty aggressive players, pretty consistent as well. Whoever can reel it in and, like you said, Greg, before, not think.
Right.
Pablo has some of the fastest hands on tour, I would say.
Yeah.
Being a lefty, that's definitely even more of an advantage, I would say. Tough to speed up to him. He covers his backhand well. His dinks are very consistent. He's had some pretty good success recently in doubles. Wow. Trading shots here, both sides. No chirping yet.
Not yet.
I would say both teams thrive on that.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Monroe. Actually, Monroe a little bit, but definitely be long, Pablo, and De La Rosa.
Ooh. Good serve by Brennan when he's feeling it. As you see, he had a little bit of a yell there. He gets pretty pumped. See if he can reel it in. Keep making those dinks. Again, I'd like to see Pablo with that forehand. He speeds up. I think he needs to continue that shot in the middle. De La Rosa's just sitting there as his backup.
Yeah, it's 2 points so far. They've been lost by the aces because of that miscommunication in the middle. See if that continues.
Wow. If you notice there, Jack Monroe, he's a little bit ambidextrous. He can play lefty and righty. Very unique skill here in pickleball.
Great hands. A good earning by Pablo, and Jack just sticks that left hand out, gets it back.
Now, Greg, I want to ask, how do you feel playing against someone that can hit lefty and righty shots? Where do you speed up to them?
Let's watch the point here.
Wow.
9-4, and yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, definitely adds a wrinkle that you're not used to. I mean, you think you got to speed up to their non-dominant hand, but I think in Jack's case, it could go either way. So,
which one is his non-dominant hand?
Exactly.
You tell me.
Exactly. So I think maybe you go right at the chest. I don't know, because maybe they're thinking they're going right or left. I don't know exactly. Or you just don't speed up a Jack. It's probably a good idea. And look at this slice, man. 10-4 here on a roll. I'm surprised that no timeout yet. I know it's early, but
like to see the consistency go up a little bit, keep the ball low on the side of the Brooklyn Aces. That way they can set up shots like that.
Yep.
One thing you can always count on is Pablo fighting to the end, as well as De La Rosa. I think if they can both continue to communicate, they can get out of this little deficit here. Wow.
Okay. Defense by De La Rosa. See the replay here. Great earning by Jack, and De La Rosa stays with it. Big point.
Nice little ATP there for Jack. I'm surprised he didn't hit it with his right hand.
Yeah, he could have done that.
If you watch his videos on Instagram and YouTube, he likes to hit those shots a lot.
He does.
Don't you forget it. Greg, if I'm not mistaken, you've been on the bad side of those shots.
Several times.
Me as well.
Yes, I think we all have. As the slight, I mean, 12-6. This is a shocker to me.
Still not sure about the wind here, if it plays a factor. That's a good speed up by Brendan Long. Here comes the movement of the ball, like he likes to do. See if they can kind of come back here. There's no deficit too big here in pickleball with rally scoring. That's the beauty of MLP. Let's see if they can reel it in here and put together a few points in a row. Brendan Long to serve. And there we go. If they can continue to get the balls like that from the slice, it's going to be a different kind of match.
That's the thing about B. Long. He is a streaky player. When he's playing good, he's really good. When he's not playing well, he's not very good. So he's played great so far. We'll see what happens.
I think that's the beauty of playing with Jack Monroe as well. He's a very solid player.
Yeah.
Doesn't miss too many easy volleys. Likes to move the ball around quite a bit. And then you see it pay off like that did. Perfect setup.
Yeah, nice play by Jack. Pablo leaving that dink up really high, especially for him.
7-point deficit here. Let's see if the Brooklyn Aces can dig their way out of here. And that's a good start.
I like the returns more to Monroe right now, honestly, just because Brendan's pretty dialed on his drives and drops, and I think Jack is, I don't know, Brendan's a good crasher too. I think Jack might be a little bit better of a crasher, so I think the Aces maybe look to return more to Jack. Less dangerous in the drives.
I would agree with that one. Just a few too many errors on the Brooklyn Aces.
Yeah,
Need to clean that up quick.
2 dink errors in the last couple points from Pablo. One high and then one in the net. There's 3.
Another missed dink there for Pablo Tellez.
Come on, get angry, let's go. Let's go.
What is it right now, Greg, that's the biggest factor with their lead? I don't think Pablo gets nervous.
No, I mean, the last couple points, obviously Pablo's missed some dinks, but I think before that, there's just been, it's just like this. It's just boom, gets to the end of the lost that point, boom, gets to the kitchen, and any ball sits up at all, we're speeding it up. And it's been working really well for the slice. I know I lost that point, but it's just, it's that controlled aggression that you talked about.
I think it's a little tricky in these situations as well for the team of Brooklyn Aces. I'm sure they would like to be a little bit more aggressive, but obviously that might be a risk down this much. The consistency definitely needs to go up, but if they play defensive, they have no chance of getting back in this match. Oh, huge takeover by De La Rosa. I love to see it. Hey, maybe De La Rosa is the 70% player here. Maybe he starts to take over.
11-16.
Commentator's curse there, Hunter. You'll learn that one. It's a real thing.
I stand by my position here.
I agree with it, but it always happens. It's unfortunate, but it just happens.
The ball is playing a little bit softer today. You can tell by the humidity in the air. It's not too bad, but it definitely makes a difference here in pickleball with the ever-changing conditions. Wow.
Love that point from the Aces. Just make some dinks like we talked about. Back to the basics. They, like you said, they both, De La Rosa and Pablo, both have good hands. So if they're keeping the dinks low and Jack and Brendan speed up something dumb, they're going to be there.
I think they need to trust their hands
at
this point in the match. Make that drop, get in, start the point. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, 4 dink errors from Pablo. You just don't see that.
Lefty on lefty here. Who would you say is winning this matchup?
Right now it's Jack for sure. Yeah, you just don't see those dink errors from Pablo much.
18-12.
I like that play there to go make Jack hit a drop, hit a drive. I think Brendan's only so long. No pun intended.
Yeah, there you go.
13-18.
Pablo with the recovery for De La Rosa.
They were fooled. De La Rosa was fooled there, and he knows it. He's smiling, and Pablo saves the day.
Only 4 points of separation here, Greg.
They're back in at 14-18.
Let's see how it plays out. Brendan with the controlled aggression that I like to see. He just yelled, Greg, hit it.
He said, hey, okay, I was wondering what he said there.
I think I would agree with that. If he continues to hit the ball like that, I think they can run away with it.
Big point here, so they can get to 20. struggled the last little, 6-7 points here to get to the kitchen. They played well when they're receiving, but let's see if they can get into the kitchen here, get to 20.
Wow, I like that speed up. De La Rosa giving a little look to his bench and to Brendan Long. I think Brendan Long's a little confused on what happened there.
He was. He's a little confusion from the Lemon Shark there.
All right, he gets it right back. I'm surprised he didn't give it a little bit of a yell there, honestly. That Lemon Shark he can be aggressive.
He's got a big, but yeah. Listen, you don't mess with Lemon Sharks, okay?
That's a righty drop. Ooh, could not close it, but I like that sneak in. I like at this point in the match, you have to take those risks. Like I said before, if you're defensive, you leave a hole open for them to come back.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it was a good take by Jack, even though he missed it. The Aces, yeah, they're just been creeping back here. Within 4, 16-20. Monroe got a little cut up here.
A little cut. I think it was off that
Anybody
righty
got a
drop. I think he's gonna suck it up here.
I think he's got to get B Long to kiss it. Make him feel better, right? Kiss a boo-boo?
That's up to Brendan Long, I'm not sure.
I'll talk to Carlos, see if he can relay a message.
Carlos is a father, so these are his children. He needs to take care of his own.
That's right.
I love that aggression. Not a good speed up, and Daniel Del Rosa looks at him and says, no.
Wow.
No, senor.
No, senor for De La Rosa. All right, 17-20.
This is a dangerous number here.
It is.
I would say if they were at 22, it would be a little safer, but 3 points can go quick.
Oh, no.
And like that, puts it within 2.
Big point there for the Aces. Great save
Pablo
by Pablo,
hands,
yeah. Monroe's hitting straight down on that ball, and somehow Pablo gets it back.
Pablo has one of the best backhand counters in the game.
Absolutely.
He's using a new paddle now, Lotto. Seems to like it, as I can see.
It was out.
Great call
on that ball.
I think De La Rosa might have needed a Lotto paddle there to control the ball.
It's a big point there. 21-18, Slice still with a 3-point lead.
Wow, again, controlled aggression. Brendan Long is on the move, his feet are moving, and Pablo Tellez takes the risk, pays off.
Thought that Brendan Long return was going to the net. It just went over, and De La Rosa couldn't handle it.
I would like to see De La Rosa continue to hit those drives, and maybe just at 60 to 70%. Up that consistency, but keep that aggression.
And the Slice, a couple opportunities now to get into the kitchen, take back control, full control, haven't been able to do it. Still leaving the door open, but a good volley by Jack, 23-20. See if they can get one on their serve, but a good volley by Jack, 23-20. See if they can get one on their serve here.
Brendan, I think he's going to try to be a little bit aggressive here on his serve.
Big serve.
Big forehand, maybe. Ooh. And I think there, the downfall of lefty-righty forehand for Jack Monroe. A little bit confused there.
Yeah.
Great setup by Brendan. Love the drive.
I think it was a good play, like you said, Hunter, but we got a game point here for Slice. 24-21.
Frozen here at 24. Let's see if they can hold him. Speed up miss by Pablo. And that is the game. In New York City, we got the mixed doubles here starting up. Now, Greg, what would you say the strategy is right now for the Brooklyn Aces being down 0-2?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lena played good in her women's match. I thought overall she played pretty solid. Pablo did not play like Pablo in this last men's match. So I think Pablo's going to be the key here for the Aces. He's got to dominate. He is the best player on the court. He should be, at least when he's playing well. So he's got to get back to his usual form. If he does that, they're going to take this game, I think. But he's got to continue to play confident. First couple points here are going to be big for him, I think. Like 4 or 5 dink errors in the last game, that men's match. You just don't see that.
Very unlike Pablo, especially in men's. Men's doubles, he's usually the most solid player.
And if you're B. Long and Allison, like just I think play super loose
free.
here.
I think they're pretty safe here, putting the Brooklyn Ace #1 mixed team against the #2 mixed team.
Right. This is the Slice's #2 team for sure.
But I think if the Brooklyn Aces can make a statement here, get an easy dub, I think it might set a precedent for a dream breaker.
Missed it.
Brendan with a good lead.
Great lead by him.
I like that aggression.
Yeah.
The more he can do that, the better chances he have.
He doesn't look like
team on top.
He'd be a great mover, but he is. He's quick.
I would say this Lemon Shark, he's got a big caboose on it. He's got
Absolutely.
some strong thighs.
Yes.
Here we go.
Very
Here we go.
broad.
Yes, broad is a good word.
Quick and explosive.
Yes.
Sneaky Lemon Shark.
Yes, very sneaky.
Let's go, Pablo. Too strong.
I think it's just the fact of him trying to get his body going. Once he keeps his body in motion, I think it tends to stay in motion, Greg.
Absolutely.
Which Newton's law is that? I'm not sure.
An object in motion. I'm going to say #2. I'm going to say Newton's law #2, but I'm likely wrong.
4, 5. Let's go, Pablo. 6-4.
Oh.
Here we go.
Brendan with the easiest ball in pickle there, and just overcooks it a little bit.
7-4.
Ooh, I like that take by Pablo. Definitely necessary. Continue to take over, especially the forehand in the middle. Lena is very solid if she's stuck in that left corner, holding her backhand, forcing the other team to hit it there. And that's a great speed up by Harris, right to the forehand of Lena. Sets it up perfectly.
Absolutely, great defense there, just to even get in that position.
Now, Greg, we spoke to Carlos on that end game there, and he said, we asked him what was the strategy to keep this match moving forward. He said, stay hot.
Stay hot. Stay hot.
Stay hot. Let's see if they can heat up here.
Absolutely. I think he knows he's got some streaky players. I think Brendan especially is very streaky. I think Jack could be kind of streaky too.
Wow. Pablo. Make the drop. Wow, what a point.
That's what always happens, man. You get the tough ones back, and then you get back in position, and you have a little drop at the end, and he misses the easiest shot of the whole point, but good battle by them.
Wow. Oh, teed it up there with that great hands. All he has to do is get that ball down. I think it's interesting to note here, Greg, that Allison, when you play a girl like her who you know is going to get the ball back 85 to 90% of the time, I think it puts that little added pressure to try to hit too good of a shot to win the point this year.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think there's a lot of players that do that, where you feel like you got to hit a line or hit a crazy angle to put the ball away. And I think you just got to keep grinding and not overhit. It's easier said than done. We got 8-10 here to slice.
Inching their way up.
Yeah, they stay within this range, they'll be okay.
Allison, there's that defense.
Oh.
Is that in the notes, Jim?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, be a long talk. He's having a good time out there. I saw Jim's notes. Jim Dobrin, coach of the Aces, has a whole, like a 2 or 3 page scouting report.
What do you think that scouting report says about
well,
Brendan Long? Give
I
him
read the scout.
forehand volleys?
Give him overheads and he will miss 2 out of 3. No, I did read it. I'll keep that classified, but that's funny that Brendan even knew about that. I didn't say anything, Jim. I promise.
Carlos Delora, definitely right about one thing. Whether it's up or down, trying to get his team to stay hot. Brendan always likes to bring the fire. And there it is.
Good point there.
Huge point. Definitely heating up. I would say Slice is overall the more aggressive team.
Yep.
If they can continue that consistency while being aggressive, I think it's going to pay off for them. Ooh. Great move. Even better counter by Brendan. Way to put his big old body in the middle there.
Absolutely.
Squat down and sit.
Those big haunches, those big legs.
He likes to wear those Puma socks.
Yes.
I think it mentally makes him feel like he's faster.
He's like a Puma. He thinks he's a Puma, but he's really a lemon shark.
He's fast. You know? He's fast in the water and on land.
And on land, amphibious. Brendan Amphibious Long.
Greg, I would say that at least he does not have the Puma pants.
No.
They might be a little bit too tight for his romper.
Yes, totally agree. Brendan knows that. He's got the lemon shark pants probably. Actually, it is Lululemon. It is, I believe I see the...
Nice airy fit.
Yes.
Let's see if they can keep him aerodynamic here.
Right. Oh my gosh.
There we go. I like to see that from Pablo, getting that ball down.
And that's gonna bring us to the switch here. With the aces up here. Maybe Brendan can put a seat up for old B Long.
If you notice his shirt, it is like he came from the ocean,
Yes,
Greg.
yes, it is. Rummaging around a reef or something.
I would say
starfish.
that is where he's most comfortable, though.
Absolutely.
So let's see if he can settle in. Pablo proving to have the best backhand counter and on defense.
Great deal, like you said, by Pablo, but P-Long a little too much there, going for the towel as he is soaked, as you said. 13 all.
13.
And there's the lead here for the Chicago Slice.
Yeah, I think the Aces' energy right now is just not great. Even though they were winning the first half of this game, like in control, it wasn't. You know, I would see Pablo like pumped up and stuff, and I'm not seeing that.
I would like to see some chirping. I would like to see some more yelling.
Yeah,
I would say get in Brendan Long's face.
yeah,
Get a little bit chirpy, professionally, of course.
of course.
Big
Great
old
hands
yell here,
there.
maybe?
Yeah, nothing.
No. Calm, cool, and collected by Pablo Tellez.
I know Brendan and Pablo are buddies, and they both, I think Pablo moved, but Pablo lived in Naples for a long time. Brendan's lived there for a long time. They've played together a million times, I'm sure.
A lot of respect there for sure.
Yeah, I think they're buddies and whatever, but
You practiced with them before. They do like to chirp in good fun to each other. Haven't seen any of that so far.
that was a nice ATP there from Pablo. Not an easy one. Some of them are easy. That was not. And then, of course, commentator's curse there. Sorry,
Come
Pablo.
on, Greg.
I know.
Don't do that to your boy.
Can't compliment anybody out here. Other than Lemon Shark, he's immune to the commentator's curse.
15, 16.
Let's see if it stays effective here.
Here we go.
Oh, and it was the opposite, Greg. 3
serve.
points.
B-Long can he hits his serve really well and puts a lot of pressure on you because it's like he's got a good drive too behind it.
To note, the serving rules are different here in MLP. You can toss the ball up. There's no limit there. I think that might help him for sure.
I think it does.
Typically, most of the time he plays on APP Tour, where PPA has a little bit different serving rule.
I
Below the
will say
waist.
his is not. I don't
It's
even
not
his is
too
borderline
high.
though, right? I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not. You know, some guys.
Some guys are a little high.
And that's a couple and a missed return, and then a missed volley by Lena, and then a missed volley by Pablo. And a good time
here.
Yeah,
Good time.
They were in a hole, man. Down 2-0 and down 18-16 in this third game. It's a good start.
There's some energy on the sidelines there.
Yep.
Brooklyn Slice. Pablo giving a little tongue.
Yeah.
Sticking the tongue out to us.
Yeah, a little smile.
I think he just wants more compliments from us. That's
Yeah,
the
I think so.
Brendan Long being big. Big and long.
Yep. Big and long. That's B-Long. That's all you call him, B-Long, baby. B-Long. Come on now.
19, 17.
I think one thing to note for the Slice, I think they, wow, all good on Brendan. I think that they are looking to keep hitting it to Lena, move her around, get her on the move, try to get that pop up, and then Brendan to take that high forehand down.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a big point for the Aces.
Big point.
Because they, you know, Pablo saved the day in the middle of the last one, and to miss a serve like that, that's brutal.
That is the beauty of MLP rally scoring. There's no freebies here.
Good shot. The Aces, they desperately need
some
one on their
momentum.
serve here.
Yes.
I mean, they haven't got one on their serve in a while. This is the crucial time of the match, 2019.
19, 20.
good, man. Beautiful little backhand flick there. Slice 21-19.
21-19.
Slippery little lemon shark there. Gets the net cord. 22-19. Must win point for the Aces right here, right? I mean, 23-19. This is a must win.
Wow. Okay. Here we go.
20-22.
Allison thought she missed that return and stayed back, I think. I mean, she's at the baseline.
Wow. And they let him right back in here. Let's see if they can capitalize. Limited serve. I would like to see in these moments right there to just work her way to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Get in the point. Trust each other.
Yeah,
They're now down 2.
A little aggressive there. They got one back at least, but 23-21 here for the slice. D-Long playing some great defense. Took 8 overheads where Pablo finally puts it away. Good to crunch time here. 22-23 Aces to serve.
Let's see if Brendan can stay in it here.
Yeah.
Recuperate from that point. Yes, he can.
I think Pablo overplaying a little bit there.
Linda's sitting on her backhand.
Yeah, she's on that ball. And we got game point / match point here for Chicago Slice. See if Allison Harris can close it out. 24-22. D-Long.
I would like to see an aggressive shot by Brandon here.
Yeah.
Put the dagger in it.
Okay, so Hunter, Brendan had that ball at first dig in the kitchen that
I would have liked to see him speed up.
I don't know why he didn't speed that up.
Right to the forehand of Lina, I think would have set his next ball up perfectly.
See if that comes back to haunt the slice. 23-24. Great shots.
Brendan yelling, screaming, giving it his all right here. Let's see if they can put him away.
And that second game point here.
24-23.
Game point / match point.
And just like that, it is tied up. Pablo trusting his shots, trusting that flick. Here we go.
24-24.
Great control there by Lina. Stay steady, exactly.
That was Pablo letting Lina play a little bit more. He knew he was overplaying a little bit, trusting his partner, and Lina played great that point to get into the kitchen and starting the firefight. Pablo putting it away, but great point by Lina.
I like that decision there to not speed up that backhand transition there. She made a perfect roll drop cross court, setting up Pablo for put away.
Got a game point here for the Aces.
Oh, that is huge, Greg. Wow. And that is the beauty of MLP rally scoring right there.
What, I mean, they were.
And we're back here. Greg Dow, Hunter Johnson. Amazing fight in that third game of mixed. It is now 2-1. Megan Fudge with the put away there. Let's see if the Chicago Slice can close it out, win this game, or maybe we go and see a dream breaker. I want to note here that this Chicago Slice, this is the #1 mixed doubles team playing against the #2 team of the Brooklyn Aces. I think if De La Rosa can be aggressive here, take as much court as possible, I think they can come out on top and force a dream breaker here. Oh, sneaky. You'll see that a lot from Megan Fudge. She has a typically strong slice dink backhand, but she can create some pretty interesting shots on that side, especially as a left side player.
Good start there by the Slice. Take the 3-1 lead.
What's your score prediction here, Greg? What do you want to see? You want to see a dream breaker, or you want to see it end in heartbreak?
I want to see dream breaker. But if I had to place a wager, I would wage the Slice take this. Even before the match, I know they're up 4-1. It's easier to say that now, but I would say the Slice are the favorites here slightly, but they just a little bit. I'll say 25-22 Slice.
If you had to guess, what would the DUPR ratio here be? I'm going to guess it's 82% for the Chicago Slice.
I'll go 60-38.
Okay.
I think it's a little closer than that, but I actually think Monroe's DUPR is a little lower than it should be. I'm pretty sure I saw like it's a little bit lower than I think he actually is.
I think Layne's is definitely lower because she's so new.
Yeah, so maybe that evens out, but I'll say 62-38.
So let's see who's closer there, Greg. Timeout, we will see. I really want to see Layne here kind of get to that kitchen line, be consistent, and maybe try to get her hands involved in some way. Hopefully, De La Rosa can help with that, moving the dink around. I think the real chance that they have here is for De La Rosa to maybe go a little bit more after Megan Fudge, force a pop-up, force a force speed up. As you can see there, De La Rosa was on that one. I think if he can get more of those, I think he won't miss those as much as the match goes on. I don't mind that, Greg. Nice speed up by Layne. Force their hand, trust their hands after that.
I think there's a little hesitation. I think Layne might have thought De La Rosa was going to take that, and Layne ended up taking it. Maybe. But I agree. If this ball has popped up like that a little bit, I do think Layne be aggressive, speed that thing up.
And on the flip side, I think if I'm Jack Monroe, I would definitely stay to my strength with that cross-court two-handed dink to Layne. Force her to go to Megan Fudge and use his hands and his head.
And even like, that was a good speed up by Jack, but De La Rosa somehow got himself out of trouble.
Yeah! Fast hands there.
Come on!
I think if I'm De La Rosa, I definitely like that drive. I would switch up the drive. Both Monroe and Fudge have great counter volleys. And that's a great play. That's what I would like to see more from De La Rosa.
He's taking over a little bit.
He has to do that.
Yeah.
5-8.
Great communication. And just too good there.
Yeah, like you said, the aces do not want to get in that cross-court dink game with Sleeth going with Jack. He did there.
I like that speed up, like I said, even though she might be on that, I think it's a risk that the aces are going to have to take here. If they want to force a dream breaker.
6-9.
Long point here, probably longest of the match. And what a decision there for De La Rosa. I love the mix-ups there.
Yeah, if he gets that forehand in the middle, if that dink sits up even a little bit, I think he's got to attack, just like he did there.
Where do you think he should be attacking, Greg?
I mean, you switch up his spots. I mean, I wouldn't go directly at Monroe, but maybe you go middle and then you try to go a little cross.
Maybe to Megan Fudge. I think anything cross always allows for a lesser counter.
Yeah. And if Jack starts leaning over a little too far, then you go behind him. There's a lot of places you can go.
I think in a hands battle, De La Rosa wins most of those against Monroe here with the power. It's hard to say.
I think
but
Jack's
right
got good hands too, but right now, it's De La Rosa.
I think his hands are lightning right now.
Yeah, I would say.
Got to make those drops, so that's why I think De La Rosa has got to throw in that 50 to 70% power drive, make the ball safe, good margin, get themselves in the point. Don't give away stuff like that as well.
And that's a bit. And it feels like the aces aren't down as much as they're down 12-8. This is kind of slipping. 13-8, yeah.
Quick.
Scoreboard doesn't say it.
They seem to be not sweating too much. They're pretty calm and collected. They're sticking to their strategy. Let's see if they can continue that.
Yeah, I think De La Rosa, like we said, he's got to play more solid. He misses a return and a third, like halfway in the net, so he's got to play more solid here.
I'd like to see the De La Rosa aces side again for him to keep taking over, trusting his partner like that, moving the ball around. I think that's their only chance in this match. If they get a little bit of luck on their side, a few errors in the slice, I think they can pull this one out.
Great ball movement by Fudge there. That inside-out forehand dink to set it all up.
A little bit too close for comfort there, but I think Megan will take that. As you can tell, she can get a little bit feisty out there.
Absolutely.
She likes to pump herself up quite a bit. It's fun to see. Ooh, a little backhand flip by Megan Fudge. She misses it, but how often do you see the girls kind of use that backhand flick there, Greg?
Not too often, but I will say the last 3 or 4 months, you see it a lot more.
I think girls like Megan, I think girls like Anna Bright, Paris Todd, I know personally has worked on it with me.
Yeah.
I will say I get pegged quite a bit from Paris's hands. So I see it every day. Humberg, I think, might be the OG of the flick on the girls' side. She's ahead of her time. Oh, wow.
Makes exchange net chords there. Slice still in control, 15-11. Nice little 4-point cushion.
The aces don't get kind of these, maybe a few easy points here. I think we're gonna see this cushion continue to stay or even get bigger. But again, Greg, I love myself a dream breaker. I'm a single specialist at heart. Love to see everyone play some singles out here, especially in this format.
That's right.
Everyone playing 4 points, guys against girls. You never know.
I totally agree. Definitely rooting for the dream breaker. But yeah, Jack and Megan just, they're not giving the aces much here. No missed returns, no missed serves, getting in the kitchen well.
It seems like every 3 points they give them, they get 3 more back.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So that's they're just playing solid pickleball, playing aggressive when they need to, and playing steady when they need to also. And they're up 17-12 here.
Like I said, I think they don't worry about missing those kind of shots. They're sticking to their strategy here.
Let's go.
I think if they lose one of those points, I think they get 2 or 3 back pretty quickly here. That's the name of the game in this.
Just as I say, solid. Megan.
The curse continues,
Yeah,
Greg.
the curse continues. It's only 1 point though, we'll see. But
do we want a dream breaker? Should we continue to give them compliments so that they mess up?
True. Yeah,
I don't know.
we don't want to mess with the match too much here.
Oh,
almost.
We all love to see some Sports Center top 10 shots here in pickleball. Whenever those kind of shots can be put on the main stage, I think no one complains out here.
Absolutely.
Greg, have you ever been on Sports Center?
No.
I wish I saw you on Sports Center.
They don't,
Greg.
They don't put backhand counters on Sports Center. That's about all I can do.
Greg, you seem to not let too many balls go. What is the strategy there?
Yeah, there's no strategy. It's just hit as many as possible.
And we're see if they can pull this out.
Oh no.
Now, Greg, you see there, how much more would you like to see the law be implemented into this game? What strategy? Do you think that's a good strategy or a bad strategy?
No, I think so. I think, that lob from the baseline as a defensive lob is not a bad play either, but especially if both teams are at the kitchen line.
As long as you get it high, I believe, with the lobs, you're pretty safe.
Yeah, totally agree, especially if you're playing guys who are a bit shorter, don't have great overheads. It's 100% a move here. Let's see. Slides pulling away here.
Now, for the listeners tuning in, Greg is 6'4". He is a giant. Gentle giant, I would say.
Thank you.
But I would not agree with this strategy of lobbing Greg Dow.
Maybe not me, but some of these guys.
As you can see, Megan misses that ball wide. The wind is picking up at that moment during that point.
15-22, aces, they got to get at least 2 on the board here.
Oh, wow.
Everything.
Make it.
Everything going right for the slice.
I think that point right there, Greg, might have been the nail in the coffin here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen crazier.
We've seen crazier.
15, it's not over, but
according to Carlos Delora, coach of the Brooklyn Aces, he says
slice.
of the slice. I'm sorry. I think this match might be over. Let's see if he stands corrected.
Rosa is not done yet. Not done yet. Tell you what, I wouldn't have said that if I was the coach of the Slice.
I agree. You put it out there.
I wouldn't.
Usually doesn't come to pass.
There's no wood around. I didn't see any knocks, so.
De La Rosa
barely missed it.
being aggressive and missing that ball. It's never over.
I would challenge it.
I would challenge it for a free timeout.
Yeah, it was out. We got a good angle. It was definitely. It was out. Yeah, it was definitely out. But yeah, why not just use it as a timeout here? And that's the thing. Yeah, you can see it's clearly an inch or two out. But that's the thing. Like those balls just haven't been going in. That's a De La Rosa forehand at his chest, and they just sometimes those balls just they go an inch or two out.
I think that's a high risk reward kind of play that De La Rosa uses in his game plan.
And a lot of times you can't even get out of the way because he hits so hard. But if he's going middle and untouched, a lot of them will go out here. So that ball's that's good. The call will stand on the court, we believe. But I don't know, man. I got some. There's a little feeling. I have a little
tingle.
Sometimes Greg has visions and Greg has feelings. And when Carlos said it's over, and there's no wood to knock on, I don't know, man. I think we see a comeback here. I think there's going to be a comeback. That's Greg's prediction. We'll see what happens, but I'm feeling a comeback. Okay, so, okay.
I think we got a different kind of challenge here, not of the ball, but of Megan Paddle hitting the ball.
Okay.
Very hard to see here.
See this angle.
It is a high forehand, so it was going down. As you can see, the ball's going down. According to Megan, it does not look like she felt the ball hit her paddle.
Yeah.
Here's a better angle.
Let's see this angle here.
It was very fast. Too hard to tell. Let's see if they can overrule this. I'm not sure. Ooh, does it look like the ball did change direction there, Greg? I'm not sure.
I don't know, man.
Let's see. Very hard to tell. It looks like it's a clean.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call.
Right here.
I think usually when a player would blatantly touch the ball there, I think they would admit it.
Yeah.
At least you would hope so. It seems that Megan Fudge did say that it was clean, and it looks like it was clean.
Another game point here. 24-16. This is game/match point.
What a sit by Megan Fudge, and that is the match. Chicago Slice take it 3-1.
Very impressed by the Slice. I think they were the underdogs coming into this, to be honest with you, and they commanded